Hello, this is DarshD Memories, and this episode was requested by my friend Christian. Please check his channel out. He makes some of the best parodies out there, and this video features Dead Rising series Memories. So, as a horror game fan, I was really curious to know what Dead Rising series is actually about, because Dead Rising 1 was an Xbox exclusive. So when Dead Rising 2 was declared as a multi-platform game, I was curious to know how the gameplay actually worked. So I grabbed a copy of Dead Rising 2 and placed it inside my PS3. The first thing I saw was a great event unfolding, and it's like a reality show featuring zombies. And then some bad events happen and you end up in a big mall. And that's one of the most interesting things in my life. Having trapped in a mall with zombies is some of the most weird dream I could have. Then that's Dead Rising for you. You can actually be a comedy guy wearing weird hats, weird stuff, cross-dressing and fighting zombies all at the same time. So this video is actually going to tell you why I like Dead Rising. The first thing being the main character and his story. So the main character in Dead Rising 2 has a really great story attached to it, and it's not that great, but it's something like The Walking Dead. A father and daughter relationship. A father is trying to protect his daughter from infection, and it's a time-bound event. It's like a race with the time. You have to protect your daughter from the virus and the infection, and you have a time limit. The character development is also great. The characters are really shady. You can't trust anyone. There's always plus and minus points. There are choices like Heavy Rain or Beyond Two Souls, not as deep as those games, but still these choices have effects, and they are sometimes real-time effects. And the characters you trust may sometimes backstab you. The characters you don't trust may turn out to be good characters. So that's kind of story I really like about Dead Rising. And the Dead Rising 2, off the record, is an alternative take on it. The next thing being the hectic time limit. You have a timer clicking and it's a tick tock. You gotta do all the things quickly. Many people did not like it, but some people say that it adds a hectic schedule to your works. Even in co-op, you have to coordinate with your partner about what to do now, how much time it will require to do it. So it adds a bit of a planning and real life element. For example, in real life, if there's a zombie apocalypse, you won't have an infinite time. You will be having a short amount of time to do your thing. So I think that while adding timer, it limits your exploration time. It adds a realism and a hectic schedule in your planning. And it's a great change from just doing your thing in infinite amount of time, which can be boring for some people. Another thing I like about Dead Rising 2 is the weird side missions and the story itself. The side missions has you fighting lots of different people, psychopaths, you have tiger taming. The missions and the characters, even the boss fights, are kind of unique for a game like this. The next element is the gameplay. The gameplay is addictive. It's a hack and slash zombie killer. This kind of gameplay is different from Resident Evil, so many of my friends who like Resident Evil don't actually like Dead Rising, because Dead Rising is a different genre of zombie game, and Resident Evil 4, for example, is a shooter game, and Dead Rising is more like hack and slash or beat 'em up kind of game. So you'll either like it or you'll hate it. But I really like it. I think that killing hordes of zombies with your bike, with various kind of stuff, is really interesting and fun. And it's sometimes even funny. Next thing being the weapon combination and custom weapons. You can actually combine different things and make realistic weapons. You can make weapon out of anything, almost anything. And that's one of the best gameplay elements of this game for me. An obvious mention is the co-op. I had a blast while playing. You can actually play the entire game in cooperative mode. And I had a great time while playing with one of my best friends, Hunter Killer. And it was a really great experience. This game actually taught me how to coordinate online while playing with an online partner, because before Dead Rising 2 I was a competitive gamer, but Dead Rising 2 actually influenced me and made me a more co-op kind of guy. Now, one of the most overlooked element is the competitive multiplayer of Dead Rising 2. It's like the show which starts the game, except you are actually competing with real life persons. I think that's a great concept. I wish it had more limelight, and I think Dead Rising 4 should actually make a big thing out of it, like online tournaments or adding more players to the online multiplayer. Finally, there's something funny to mention. Actually, I liked the name of the Dead Rising: Dead Space, The Walking Dead, Land of the Dead, Dead. So I thought that, hey, I have Dead Space, so why not have Dead Rising? Just add a new Dead title in my collection. Now, the best thing about Dead Rising is having hundreds of zombies on screen and actually just killing them, just going through them and killing multiple zombies at the same times. In the same way you kill many soldiers in the Dynasty Warriors series. I think that's one of the things that keep Dead Rising players coming back to the series. So yeah, I really like Dead Rising series, and I hope that the Dead Rising series keeps growing, and I hope that the innovations continue in the Dead Rising series, and I wish all the best for Capcom and the Dead Rising team. Do you like Dead Rising? Are you curious about Dead Rising? Please comment below and let me know. For more videos, please check out my channel and subscribe. Thank you, Christian, for suggesting this topic for DarshD Memories episode. Please check out Christian's channel featuring parodies of Resident Evil, The Last of Us, and many other interesting titles, including game music videos. DarshD signing off. Keep rocking, keep killing the zombies.